forget what they told you. Life is not fair. It is not kind. It is not balanced. Life is a battlefield, and every second decides whether you rise as predator or die as prey. Weak men cling to illusions of justice. Strong men bend the game until victory is inevitable. History does not remember the honest. It remembers the relentless. The question is simple. Will you be ruled, or will you rule? There are 21 dark truths that decide everything: who wins, who loses, who is remembered, and who is erased. They are not taught in schools. They are not spoken in polite circles. They are whispered in shadows, carried through scars, and buried inside the silence of the strong. Today, you will hear the first three, not as advice, not as comfort, but as weapons. Comment below. I was born to dominate. Say it, because the moment you accept these truths, you step out of weakness and into power. The first truth: the world does not care about reality. It only bows to perception. It doesn't matter who you truly are. What matters is what they believe about you. If they think you are dangerous, you are. If they think you are essential, you are untouchable. Those who reveal too much, who believe honesty protects them, become prey. The wise conceal, distort, and reveal only fragments. Mystery becomes armor. Ambiguity becomes dominance. Control what they see, and you control what they give. The second truth: fairness is a trap. Equal fights are suicide. The strong never walk into balance. They tilt the ground before the battle even begins. Predators never fight fair. They isolate, they ambush, they strike when the victim is blind. To survive, you dictate the terms. You dictate the arena. You dictate the outcome before the first blow is thrown. The one who accepts equality has already surrendered. Comment below. I refuse equal terms. I create the battlefield. The third truth: loyalty breaks, dependency does not. Do not beg for their love. Do not crave their admiration. Both shift like sand. But when someone needs you to breathe, when their survival and success depends on you, they cannot escape. That invisible chain binds tighter than any promise. Give them something no one else dares to give, then ration it carefully. The one who is dependent cannot betray, because to betray you would be to destroy themselves. Strength in this world is not about muscles or shouting louder. Strength is about control. The fourth truth is this: silence is more powerful than noise. Weak men talk too much, revealing their fears, their desires, their strategies. Every word is a crack in their armor. The wise man speaks less and lets others expose themselves. Silence unsettles. Silence makes people project their own fears onto you. They begin to wonder what you know, what you're planning, what you're hiding. In the space of your silence, their imagination enslaves them. Control silence, and you control the battlefield without ever raising your voice. The fifth truth: emotions are weapons. Use them on others, never let them be used on you. Most people are slaves to their feelings. They anger too quickly, they trust too easily, they love too blindly. They reveal their weaknesses because they cannot master themselves. But if you remain cold, stoic, unshaken, you can provoke, manipulate, and exploit their storms while standing in calm waters. Imagine this: while they drown in anger, you're already positioning the knife. Power belongs to those who master their inner world first. The sixth truth: information is currency. The one who knows controls. People give away their secrets freely when they think you're harmless, when they think you're listening as a friend. Gather everything: patterns, habits, fears, desires. Knowledge is leverage. Leverage is dominance. A man with information doesn't need strength. He can destroy an enemy without ever touching him. This is why the blind are ruled and the aware are feared. So remember, stay silent when others talk. Stay cold when others burn. Stay watchful when others reveal. These truths are not theory. They are weapons. Comment below. I turn silence, control, and knowledge into power. Write it, because once you live by these, you stop playing their game and start forcing them to play yours. The seventh truth: people are predictable, but they must never know you are. Most walk in circles, repeating the same mistakes, exposing the same patterns. They are machines pretending to be free. If you study them carefully, you will see the loops. Once you see them, you can pull the strings. Predictability is control, but never let them map you. If they can anticipate you, you lose the element of fear. Keep yourself unreadable, and you turn their patterns into your advantage. The eighth truth: attention is a battlefield. What people look at, they obey. That's why illusions work better than brute force. Most fight for power directly and waste themselves. The wise create distractions, symbols, shadows that make others submit without resistance. Learn to redirect focus. Feed the crowd noise while you move in silence. The strongest hand is not the one that strikes, it's the one they never saw moving. The ninth truth: distance creates respect. Closeness breeds contempt. The weak cling to people, desperate for validation, suffocating themselves in the process, but power thrives on scarcity. The less accessible you are, the more they crave your presence. Absence creates value. Space creates fear. Appear rarely, but when you appear, dominate the room completely. The man always available becomes invisible. The one who appears like a storm commands attention. These truths form chains the blind cannot see. Knowing their patterns, controlling their focus, controlling their access. While they move like open books, you move like a locked vault. While they scatter their attention, you dictate where they look. While they chase closeness, you build value through distance. Master these three, and you will not just influence individuals, you will bend entire groups without them realizing they were touched. Comment below. I control patterns, attention, and distance. Say it with conviction, because when you live these truths, you no longer chase respect. Respect chases you. The 10th truth: mercy is a luxury, not a strategy. Weak men think showing mercy earns respect. It doesn't. It signals softness. When you have the advantage, you press it. When you see weakness, you exploit it. If you spare an enemy, understand this: they will never thank you. They will wait, gather strength, and strike back when you are least prepared. To survive in a world built on power, you must finish what you start. Mercy belongs to saints. Strategy belongs to predators. The 11th truth: power is built on contrast. Light means nothing without darkness. Silence means nothing without noise. Presence means nothing without absence. If you want to be valued, you must engineer contrast. Be silent long enough to make your words heavy. Disappear long enough to make your presence burn. Hold back rewards until they ache for them. Those who give endlessly are ignored. Those who ration value are worshipped. Scarcity is the secret currency of influence. The 12th truth: control desire, and you control people. Every man, every woman is enslaved by something they crave: attention, security, status, comfort. Most of them don't even know what chains them. But if you can identify their hunger, you can move them like pieces on a board. Feed it, and they will follow. Deny it, and they will beg. The masses are not loyal to ideas or morals. They are loyal to their own appetites. Become the hand that controls the feast, and they will never leave the table. Taken together, these truths turn you from participant into architect. No longer reacting, no longer chasing. You dictate the terms. You hold the knife, you ration the reward, you command the hunger. And once others depend on your choices, their strength becomes irrelevant. You decide who eats, who starves, who breathes, who breaks. Comment below. I ration power, I decide the game. Say it and mean it, because when you embrace these truths, you stop asking for respect, you start designing it. The 13th truth: Fear lasts longer than love. Love is fragile. It bends with moods, it fades with time, it shatters with disappointment. But fear? Fear roots itself deep. It sharpens memory. It ensures compliance when love collapses. The weak want to be loved by everyone and end up respected by no one. The strong understand. Fear doesn't require cruelty. It requires certainty. Certainty that crossing you has a cost. Certainty that betrayal will be punished. Where love dies, fear endures. The 14th truth: appearances are weapons. Power is not just what you hold. It is what people believe you hold. Walk like you cannot be touched, and they hesitate. Speak like you expect obedience, and they submit before questioning. The weak show insecurity in their posture, in their eyes, in their voice, and the world pounces. The wise project unshakable presence, even when they are calculating in silence. Confidence is not noise. It is a shadow that bends others without force. The 15th truth: never explain yourself. The urge to explain comes from weakness, from the desire to be understood, to be approved. But explanation drains authority. The strong act and let results justify them. The weak talk, defend, justify, and bleed credibility with every word. Learn to be silent under doubt. Learn to move without answering. The less you explain, the more they assume. And assumption is a prison of their own making. These truths are simple, but lethal. Fear binds tighter than affection. Presence bends the room before words are spoken, and silence protects more than any defense. Master them, and you won't need to beg for influence. It will radiate from you like heat from fire. Comment below: I need no love, I project power, I owe no explanations. Say it now, because once you accept these, you stop negotiating with weakness and begin commanding without effort. The 16th truth: detachment is strength. Most people drown in their attachments, relationships, possessions, approval. They cling, they beg, they depend, and in that clinging they become weak. But when you can detach, you gain freedom. You see clearly. You act without hesitation. Detachment is not coldness, it is clarity. The one who can walk away at any moment cannot be controlled, and the one who cannot be controlled owns the game. The 17th truth: never show desperation. Desperation leaks power. It makes people smell your hunger, and hunger makes you prey. Even when you are starving, even when you are cornered, you must project control. Appear calm while you calculate, steady while you suffer, unshaken while you plot. The desperate man is easy to exploit. The controlled man, even in loss, is feared, because if you cannot be rattled when broken, what will you become when whole? The 18th truth: timing is everything. Power is not only about what you do, but when you do it. Strike too early, and you look reckless. Strike too late, and you look weak. The wise wait like hunters, still and patient, letting the prey walk closer until the kill is certain. Every move must feel inevitable, as if the world aligned for it. Impulsive men burn fast and die forgotten. Patient men bend time itself. Put these truths together, and you see the shape of untouchable power. The man who can detach cannot be chained. The man who hides desperation cannot be cornered, and the man who masters timing cannot be denied. These are not traits, they are weapons. They separate those who survive from those who vanish. Comment below: I detach, I stay calm, I strike with timing. Write it with certainty, because once these truths are yours, nothing in this world can pull you by the strings of weakness again. The 19th truth: adaptability is survival. The rigid are broken. The world shifts, people change, circumstances collapse. Those who cling to one way, one path, one identity are destroyed the moment the ground moves beneath them. But the adaptable thrive. They bend without breaking. They shift without losing direction. Like water, they take the shape of whatever container they enter, yet remain the same force beneath. Adaptability is not weakness. It is camouflage. The predator that blends survives to strike again. The 20th truth. Isolation builds clarity. The masses live drowned in noise, distracted by chatter, addicted to endless opinions. They never hear their own thoughts. But the one who withdraws, even briefly, gains vision. In solitude, you see who you are. You sharpen focus. You plan moves no crowd can imagine. Isolation is not loneliness, it is strategy. The general retreats to high ground not to hide, but to see the entire field. Step back, and you will see further than those trapped in the chaos. The 21st truth. Power respects power. The weak look for approval. The strong recognize only strength. You don't beg for recognition, you project it. You don't chase validation, you radiate presence. When you embody power, it attracts its own kind. And when you meet another strong force, you don't submit. You negotiate from the edge of equality, always holding something they cannot take. The world bends to strength, not to weakness. And when you become strength itself, there is nothing left to chase. You are the axis others revolve around. Adapt when others cling. Withdraw when others drown. Radiate power when others beg. These are the final truths. Together with all the others, they form the map of survival, dominance, and control. Follow them, and you will never play the victim again. Comment below, I adapt. I see. I radiate power. Say it, because once you embrace these final truths, you don't just play the game, you become the game. You have heard them all, the 21 dark truths. At first, they seem separate, like scattered blades. But together, they form a single weapon, a web of power that covers every angle of life. Each truth is a chain, and when linked together, they bind the weak while setting you free. Think about it. You control how others see you. You refuse to meet them on equal ground. You create dependency so strong they cannot breathe without you. You wield silence, time, and knowledge like hidden knives. You stand detached, unshaken and patient, while others waste themselves in emotion and noise. You adapt while they cling. You withdraw while they drown, and you radiate strength while they beg for recognition. That is not theory, it is domination. Most people will never understand this web. They will keep chasing validation, keep explaining themselves, keep begging for fairness, keep worshipping illusions like loyalty and love. They will call you cold, they will call you ruthless, they will call you dangerous. And they will be right, because power is dangerous to those who don't have it. But here's the secret they will never admit. They respect danger. They submit to it. They obey it, even while fearing it. The one who learns to carry danger with calmness, the one who radiates control without noise, becomes untouchable. This is why you must not take these truths as words to remember. You must burn them into your habits, into your movements, into your presence. They must become invisible laws written into your very silence. Comment below, I don't play the web, I weave it. Write it with conviction, because when you stop admiring the rules and start embodying them, you stop learning power and start becoming power. Once these truths sink into your blood, you stop living like everyone else. You stop waking up begging for approval. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. You stop fighting battles that were designed for you to lose. The transformation is subtle at first, but it grows until it cannot be hidden. The naive version of you dies, the one who believed in fairness, who believed loyalty was unbreakable, who thought honesty was enough. In its place rises a colder, clearer self. You become the observer while others are distracted. You become the strategist while others are reactive. You become the hand on the strings while others dance. People will feel it before they see it. They will hesitate around you, unsure why. They will speak carefully, sensing something unshakable in your silence. They will compete against you and feel the ground shifting beneath their feet. Without knowing why, they will respect your presence. And those who once underestimated you will whisper your name differently, not with casual dismissal, but with reluctant acknowledgement. This is the transformation, from prey to predator, from noise to silence, from dependent to untouchable. And the more you embody it, the more automatic it becomes. You no longer force confidence, you radiate it. You no longer chase power, you attract it. You no longer beg for loyalty, you manufacture dependency. But make no mistake, this transformation isolates you. Few will understand it, most will envy it, many will hate it, and that is the price. But remember this, the rare are always hated by the common, the strong are always feared by the weak, and those who bend the game are always cursed by the ones still trapped inside it. Comment below, I have transformed. I bend, they break. Because when this shift takes hold, you don't just survive the game, you start owning it. You have walked through the 21 dark truths. You have seen the world stripped of illusions, stripped of comfort, stripped of lies, and now you stand at the edge of a decision. Most will hear these words and do nothing. They will nod, feel a spark, and then return to weakness. They will stay prey, they will stay predictable, they will stay chained, but a few of you, the rare few, will not. You will take these truths, burn them into your habits, and become untouchable. You will carry silence like a blade. You will wield perception like armor. You will ration your presence like fire. You will move with timing, strike with precision, and bend those around you without effort. You will no longer play the game. You will design it. And when that shift happens, the world will feel it. People will not understand what changed, but they will sense it in your eyes, in your tone, in your absence. They will start to calculate around you. They will start to fear offending you. They will start to respect you without knowing why. That is the silent crown of power, not begged for, not asked for, but taken. Understand this, you are dangerous now, because you know what others refuse to see. You know the truths that separate winners from losers, predators from prey, shadows from kings. The only question that remains, will you live by them or will you waste them? Comment below right now. I don't follow power, I embody it. Let it be your mark. Let it be your signal. And if you are ready to keep sharpening your mind, your presence, your dominance, then stay here, because this is only the beginning. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. This is the laws of power. And here, we do not chase illusions. We build weapons. We bend the game. We decide who wins and who loses.